we've got confirmation that Carnage will be in the new Venom movie. But will it be maximum carnage? I'm Danielle Radford, and this is Screen Junkies News.
This episode is brought to you by Transformers: The Last Knight. Check it out in theaters Wednesday, June 21st. Tickets now on sale.
In a recent Hollywood Reporter article about Spider-Man Homecoming, it was revealed that the popular Spider-Man and Venom villain Carnage will be featured in the Venom movie starring Tom Hardy. Here to talk with me about this is DJ Wooldridge. Oh, hello. Hi. How you doing, buddy?
I don't know, man.
Well, let's... I know, you want all your toys in the same toy box. I get it.
Yeah, it's not, yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, that's basically it.
But okay,
Yeah.
So for those of us, we know who Carnage is.
Yes.
I'm sure most of our viewers know who Carnage is.
If you grew up in the 90s,
But you know,
you're
some
probably
of these aren't 90s kids.
Don't tell me that.
Some of these
I
are not
don't even
90s
know
kids.
that.
So
You
for
can
anyone
keep
who
that to
doesn't know
yourself.
who Carnage is, let's do a rundown. What can you tell me about this character?
So Carnage starts off as Cletus Cassidy, who's a serial killer who is sharing a cell with the incarcerated Eddie Brock, who gets incarcerated by fighting Spider-Man, I'd like to point out. The Venom symbiote reproduces and creates another symbiote that attaches itself to Cletus Cassidy, and that is what generates Carnage. And unlike Venom, where it's like Eddie Brock and the symbiote, or whoever and the symbiote, and they refer to each other as we, the Carnage union is stronger. The union is strong.
It's a strong union.
And they refer to each other as I. They're one entity.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is craziness.
That's
so
Carnage.
that's pretty.
And he murders so many.
Yeah, that's kind of his thing. Carnage, Carnage likes to murder.
Yeah.
Like a whole really lot.
Yeah.
And so we know that he's going to be in this movie.
Yes.
We don't know who's cast yet.
Yes.
They haven't revealed any casting. Who do you like for Carnage?
You know what? I'm going to go basic on that one, and I think Jim Carrey would actually be good.
Really?
Yeah, I think he'd be good. I think he'd bring some of that manic energy. I think if anybody could add some depth to Carnage, because Carnage is, I think at best a really good plot function, and that function is to force Spider-Man and Venom to team up, which we will not be getting in this movie. So if there's anybody that I think could add some dimension to Carnage to make him interesting beyond that, it'd be somebody like Jim Carrey.
Oh, that's a couple that I thought of, because it's also underneath. He has some bright red hair.
Yes.
So a few of the actors that I think would be make a good Carnage. I like Jackie Earl Haley.
He'd be very good.
Be a really good Carnage.
He'd have to grow his hair out from that.
He'd have to grow his hair out, but just from some of the roles he's done, he looks terrifying. Pablo Schreiber is another one that I like.
He's really good in American Gods.
Yeah, he's great in American Gods. He's also a name that I can't say, but then that is on Orange is the New Black. And lastly, someone who I think would be a really good Carnage, Damian Lewis.
Yeah, if you wanted a Carnage that had a little bit more smolder, Damian Lewis would bring that.
Just a little some bedroom eyes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Carnage does do okay with the ladies, so I think that maybe the Damian Lewis version of that.
There you go. See?
Would have that.
Look at him. He's coming home. He's coming home to you, baby. So another thing that we found out from that article, aside from all of this really great, really exciting Venom and Carnage news, is that Iron Man is not going to be in Spider-Man Homecoming 2.
Yes, which will make a lot of people really happy. I get so many people are angry that Iron Man is featured in this movie, but that's what we all wanted. That's why we wanted him to be a part of the MCU anyway. So he's not going to be in Homecoming.
Yeah, he's not going to be in Homecoming 2.
Yes.
But they have said that another character that they yet to be determined Marvel character is going to be in Homecoming 2.
Interesting.
So if he's going to be losing his mentor, I assume it may be some kind of, he's came of age now that we've got the coming of age. He is here now. He is of age.
He's of age.
So now that he's at that point, who do you think, what Marvel character do you think would be a good one to come in and work with PETA on this Marvel team up?
Daredevil. Have Spider-Man team up with Daredevil. And even though since they're not going to do that, I've always liked it when Spider-Man fights the Hulk.
Oh,
so maybe
yeah.
Bruce Banner would be cool. What about you?
Plus, they're also science bros.
Exactly.
I like anytime we can get the science bros hanging out. Oh, that is such a great pick.
Is there somebody that you would like, hey, that'd be cool?
Oh, well, man, now I want the Hulk.
Yes.
Now that I thought about how dope that is, that's amazing.
Or Daredevil.
That could be great. I thought that Iron Man, or not Iron Man, he's not going to be in it. I thought that Ant-Man could also be kind of a cool thing.
They could be bug buds.
They could be bug buds.
Yeah.
Also, because, you know, in this incarnation, we don't have like an Ant-Man that's super techie. Maybe that could be a way that him and Peter could work together.
Yeah, true.
On some of the tech bits.
Yeah.
And so, also, in this little bit, again, this article was jam-packed. The Hollywood Reporter also confirmed something we've all had an idea for a while about Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah.
And that it's going to be very teen-focused. It's a more teen-friendly movie. And so, in a quote from the article said, when Feige and Pascal began developing the movie, the description given to would-be directors was, it was a movie as if John Hughes had directed it. According to those who have seen it, Watts has delivered on that mandate. Homecoming is described as one of Marvel's youngest skewing movies and geared to teens.
Aren't all their movies geared to teens?
This one looks like it's very specific. They're saying it's very
all
specifically
right.
like, I think their movies are geared to everyone with the idea that, like, you know, your kids can come, bring your nieces and your nephews, but also bring like your mom, bring anyone with a wallet. I think that's kind of the idea for most of these movies. And so they are specifically saying that they want a movie that is geared for teens. Now, with so much talk recently about DC and Marvel and who's going to be the next thing to go R-rated, what do you think about them being so specific about going for a younger audience?
Well, somebody that really likes comic books, I think part of the appeal of those universes is that there's a lot of different stories that can be told within them. And so I like the idea that movies can have different feels, can skew to different audiences, but they can all be interconnected. Like, and you think about our world, like we've got a world with like Elon Musk making Tesla cars, and there's somebody on the other side of the planet performing exorcisms. Like the real world is full of diverse people living very different lives. And I feel like if you have a connected universe, each movie should reflect the different world that these characters inhabit. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think that's also one of the big takeaways, as everyone has said, of going R, like you want it to make sense. And so I think that a teenage Spider-Man makes all of the sense in the world.
With Venom and Carnage in a later movie and not in their own spin-off movie, but that's just
doors
me.
haven't been shut. No doors have been shut. Well, thank you so much once again, DJ, for coming out here, sharing your opinions. Always love to hear from you. And since we have heard from him, now we want to hear from you. What do you think about like a John Hughes Spider-Man movie? And who do you think should be cast as Carnage? Thanks so much. Leave your comments down below. See you next time. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Click over to the left for more Screen Junkies news, and click here to the right to check out the latest trailer for Transformers: The Last Knight. Catch it in theaters starting Wednesday, June 21st. Tickets now on sale.